Good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 19th, and we are back for another Tuesday tip. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Pia Miller. I'm an attorney in Northern Virginia on my own law firm. Every Tuesday, I come in and talk about a little something random. And for those of you who have watched some prior videos, you have seen the one crazy law videos that I've previously posted. So this isn't necessarily a crazy law. It's something that I think we all know exists in some way, shape, form, or fashion, but we've just never really dug into what the actual code section is. So one random but necessary law, excuse me, that also brings together the overlap between family law and criminal law. Because a lot of people ask me, like, Pia, why do you do family law and criminal law and, estate planning? Like, these are all things that overlap more than I think people realize. So want to talk specifically today, and I've got notes, want to talk specifically about Virginia Code Section 20-38.1. Pia, what's Virginia Code Section 20-38.1? So Virginia Code Section 20-38.1 is the code section which prohibits certain marriages. So Virginia has, long ago, we repealed the code sections that prohibited interracial marriages and same-sex marriages, things like that. But there are still three categories of marriages that are prohibited under Virginia law. So the first is prior to the dissolution of an earlier marriage of either of the parties, i.e. this is the bigamy situation or multiple marriage situation. So if you have not yet divorced your prior spouse, if that first marriage is not fully done, you cannot legally enter into your second marriage. That's the first category. Second category prohibited is between a parent and child or between siblings, whether those siblings are whole siblings like whole blood or half siblings, or even if those are adopted siblings. Because remember, when you adopt a child in Virginia, you are legally claiming that person as though they were a full blood heir of your own. So whole blood, half blood, adopted siblings, parent and child cannot marry. Common sense, but we have codified it, okay? The third category is kind of similar. So between an uncle or an aunt and a niece or a nephew, whether that is whole or half blood as well. So uncle, aunt, niece, nephew cannot get married. There's a lot of other categories that are left out, so like cousins. But I'll let you guys, do what you want to do. But there is a punishment if you marry in one of these three categories. So Virginia Code Section 20-40 outlines the punishment. You can be tried by a jury. You can be sentenced to jail for no more than 6 months or a fine of up to $500. So where this comes in, I definitely had to prosecute a bigamy case. This was a couple of years ago. It wasn't funny in the moment, but it was a little entertaining because again, it's not something that you really see, but the wife had found out that her husband, they had been separated. The wife found out that the husband had gone on to marry someone else and had managed to get a marriage license, done all of these things. Had gone through with the second ceremony, and she went to the magistrate. She was able to obtain a charge under 20-40, and I prosecuted it. So that's your Tuesday tip for today. It's a random law. It's not really a crazy law. It's something that I think we all expect, but those are your code sections. That is what Virginia prohibits in terms of who you can marry. As always, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. In the meantime, have y'all filled out your brackets? I need to fill out a bracket. The deadline's tomorrow. I'm going to get on that. Take care of yourselves. We'll come back next week. We'll have another random conversation. And that's it for today, guys. Take care.